sika ewo Kessben Passport no eso na wonso wetimi enya bi akọ weekend enti pagya wo phone no na dial *256*2# *256*2# na select option 2 na adopay choose us on Kessben FM 92.9 na yenche sika for the weekend enti yasase ene no yeje pacho we no wo dey call weekend na wo dey assorte wo ho before ansa na juada ebeba isanse ochina eye memory da yemba de kwasiada yemba pacho senenso na anopay yentimi ema kakra enfan show ho ansa na wako weekend no and make it a point na call *256*2# *256*2# na afi was selected option 2. The more you stake, the more your chances of winning. Na anope yenewo enisa mkobo na before your best sorry no your better draws no me no na afi etime aboa. Me dey Kwame Appiah Kubi. Thanks so much for joining us. Afi na we video no ede atoha Kessben 92.9 Maakye jumedie esudie no pay fa che yesanse code no ewo mo kakra. Mare ema chase ache na memba no akwaba na watche se nde na wone ha is as but two ni de yetu no dom na ye konso no ya mfrewa na akoye bibio that's it match diga bom to say
anga parliament is diabolic in you
diabolic man that's how we call person who recuse him from sitting and so call no one need permission.
And I mean, because yeah, sometimes strategy. One strategy, that's so me do.
Unfortunately, no one something on so I just say Maakye absent.
But obia chubia. I just do. Do a lumbo border. Now immigration officers we.
Yeah.
Makati. Not be a shot. Anti.
Omo body in his face, Makati.
To say, me need paper to follow more Kessben, but be a mukubia, and say, and the ye dredge.
Ever lubo more than as well.
As we have a call, but I say, my it was him. It was him because at 66 years, now problems are you facing, and your man, you need solutions. You be sorry, say your coya na your buy. I say, you're more your home, you're not your home, you're the NDC MPP. And as a tribalistic and your man, I think say you be here national reorientation. Oh, we need it.
Say baby I do the necessary because
sugar
and you may check
you see
you follow the issues,
yes,
but nothing is done in solving the challenge.
And I make us say you hear national reorientation.
With the microphone
you be here national reorientation because we share impeniform with dear kind,
yeah,
especially it's our form for no. Or thinking mindset different from SS4 no. And SS4 no they different from SHS4
okay.
I say so AI4 we and I say for and I think say it's a nya conscious deliberate and we must be very deliberate about this and say be national policy about driving and no never boy who say Israel for instance they manage things that go out by media no nye bibia na obetimi aka nye bibia na eko out other countries and Canada crash ase or Canada to even Facebook unya yeah to say unka ko live Facebook live obi Canada ontimi follow obetimi just be a YouTube and cry no it depends on your account setting. I'm telling you ye be here bibia betimi direct na nyo pepa tima ama your mind. It's like obia you self-centered. Obia you self-centered. They say I sit him sinem funny one. He doesn't care. Oh, a man for mu kind courtesy of boys and girls.
Yeah.
Those are book no. So near and you bini ho. Obi kwanti bida.
Any can kind. Your friend is saying Alidu and the goats.
Very good.
Market day at Asesewa
and the lights. Do you get it? What drink is different?
Mr. Ade,
what drink is different? And to ufuka na penny betu car anymore. What do you do? Oh, sorry, Emma penny no chance. But no, people don't even have respect for the agent. And your team and affect your public.
That
is the point. You need focus, and we don't have focus because of your education.
There is no deliberate attempt.
There's no deliberate attempt by your educational system. You know, say a shape towards this direction. No, into ne ukotna. Irrespective of my work, soon dear could read.
Yes,
you can uko JHS ko 2 exams will be failing. Because the near manner was Suano.
As a Sunday,
yes, sunning in na. Just sunning in na. What is it? That's sunning that level set the be French compository or Ghana. Na ponzo be French compository as against your local language. China form war Ghana. Ofa Chinese ni bia computer Chinese language
and there was so
Chinese form organ okwa no phone Chinese language and there was so by till now 66 we have not even been able to make sure say your local language in kwa beti me use opa yan hwe Kessben TV ni radio every in this country no television station and your friend mo text no in tree. It mean the proper tree speaking stations or country no the brofo from. So we have no national focus. We need identity, and that has been our problem. And we are not doing anything to protect that image, you know. And then you say Ghana, yeah. You di wawa you won't say you get to West Africa no siga. If we say then I'll bet we identify Ghana. What will you mention? Is it sports? Agriculture? What? Galamsey? Corruption? And then now you bet media 2 years won't say yes to ye. Coming Kruma Ghana.
Yet to me,
of course, you want Sassi. Fertile land, arable land. We are unable to cultivate our lands to feed ourselves. What kind of human beings are we? And Yankupa, my mom for dream, papa. If what I do, your work, I'll be before Ankasan, Yankupon, just say to my dream. But I dream born in the dorsal. I dream born in dorsal. And until Nippon could see a dear son, no bedroom airport and I evaporate. I said, bring someone take you over. The only time you hear politicians speaking sense in this country is when they are looking for power. And the Becca, you are Simon Semon, nah. Who the 2 million money you are, no, what shall see Jimmy? You have seen your cannot tune in and say, winning was assem. And I think that the media must be blamed for this. The media, no, as I see, you blaming media no, for this, and I'm inclusive. It's, sir, your unwillingness to discuss things that will benefit the nation rather than political matters. So, ye can say, voter region. Now, let me say, voter pay.
Yeah, Eastern region, part of Eastern, yeah.
You see?
And then at the bottom, enclave in the morning.
You see the problem? The OT region is affected. I'm telling you this thing today. OT, over 112 homes, submerged in the Karachi East municipality. But Omu Kanya Uzo the account. Omu Fanka, because you don't even have data, you don't know what is happening. A man for bread. A man for bread. At 66. Dam Kwame almost dam 1965. And Omu commission year 66. November. Embassy na menu kasa. Ye misa was your proper spillway system. Say ensure no dam na yetu no. Eye din ebebe yema eye mansuo na hin ebe fa. Do we have it? Say what proper spillway system attached to your dam we are. I don't think say near Sinibesi. No. But green tea. That's a and let me say, young question, Puffunti, Yenina. as a country. A day west will wager. Uko wager area when I was a man father you must
yeah.
Now NCR take you over. I displace you more. No, my homeless. Na yantimi andwin hu yakasa atwam ena akoso modern so asen aba ena displace amanfo and nobody is talking, nobody is fired. Obia is still holding on to his position, and this idiot Manning VRE are still working about defending this stupidity.
But what else could they have done, Magadi?
Speaker, what else could they have done? Who got down?
And I think it's a choice of words, and at least
these are the best words I have this morning.
Debbie.
You see, when I was coming,
you can express your opinion and your view without using such words.
You can borrow me words.
Anti-redraw. Now you're
redraw saying. This redraw I will not do.
You can say
for the first time.
You can
for
say
the first time, me I will disagree.
Debbie, you can say they've been very incompetent at their job. They've slept on their job.
These are charitable words.
Yes, and you know, it still doesn't take away the point.
You are not expressing your anger. That is our problem.
And you think that the anger is to insult. To
let them know what they are. You don't have to pamper these lunatics.
Oh, Debbie, just say no. I don't pay me no one connoisseur, please, Debbie. I'm telling you, I mean no one connoisseur, Debbie, and you're right.
Okay, yes. Let me tell you.
Redraw na yen koye.
Redraw what? Redraw what? These are not insult.
Just redraw and let's move on.
Decorate them.
You know, some painful here in such words, you know, and yet words I say you use to, especially on this platform. You and I.
These are things to decorate people.
No,
this is what they are.
So you can find a better way of describing it than using such words. I mean, I think a harsh.
So if you have mindless people. Like this one,
Kessben 92.9.
Manning a strategic national asset to say akoso modama siga na nyomuni mi ya ne say ensio nu ba o yemue na nya kwansin. That is all they know.
What else could they have done?
That's what I'm telling you. Preventive measures monitoring and surveillance. So moye na moye proactive. If you are proactive and more collaborating with other stakeholders,
I feel no more two other dams and I
make us say unim enya fairness to could because they don't have proper drainage and spillway system. Make trail. Sugar. Mo danka kaka mo boy mo see sa asida house me ba.
Yeah, asida twin towers.
Asida twin towers we. One who drainage system. Me bisa yen nkomo na me ka wan kase ma no ya. Haven't you seen your drainage system? Say ensure to within 5 minutes ensure na tia ensure no bibia refia unza.
Exactly.
That is sense. Yeah, titi swamp areas we do. Yeah. Say are there ye soka we. Eyama elba bia say eko. So what I say, and I make us say, I damn na ye wono. Say, ye, a man for your dream, and a man for your do matia, no, more dream, and a tissue more consoir. They would have known, say, damn where you see ye 1966. Kwame Ben says, spilling over, Kwame Ben so and ye befanama in Sunako, na himpo. Damn where. You don't even know how to store water. So you can recycle ensure. Ensure na from where abeye ma yemue nenya kwan ko. Wo de wo bo dam no ho ban o. For you are protecting the dam because any wadwuma. No bi na ono abra koto na asase. Asini dan. And man dam no bebia o na sanse munu wa wadinti na dan na say siga.
Yes,
are you getting what I'm saying?
Yes, with you.
A whole building na a submerge obi antimi anyi bibia mfini dan na odua dan wo nsuo mu 1 week 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Now, ensuring bedroom product a cut down. I don't do things that the structural integrity of that room is compromised. Say cement, nankasa or plastic be beer, sada ne ebeche. It was as do so. Now we are okay. Mo na masa for.
2.9 Asidan Kwa.
We are emo. Emo na okwa kocha masa for no. We be our drink. So when your warnings, say ensure better, and ensure about dam no. Eye more severe na ehiasi evacuate safo we are and na man come try buy manam nye no national security issue omo man fa force anko tu safo na mfi ho no unu so obiawu
obiawu asu
China ni awu e wo ho no so mo kan no mo so obiawu na be because oye China ni ntia na is it quite is a Chinese China ni awo ye fish farming well I'm telling you this on it, and I can get you the videos on this.
I see.
So more reporting na almost obian we. More report to almost say 3 regions. Volta, Eastern, and Greater Accra. I'm telling you that the OT is part of it, and I've given you specifically that I catch East Municipal Assembly 112 homes submerged. MSC they are still opening. Ensure no banner eba. Level ma be one ewo. At 66, we don't even are not thinking of how to make sure ensure no be fi wo akọ. This is how hopeless we are. We have no ways of managing this disaster. Man-made disaster. Man-made. VRA boss ni nkron for na create sa mess we among man we na speak oboda so ti eduma mo aje tu omoka etabanka mu. I can understand this. This cannot be accepted. We are now a committee for what? Committee to do what? Interministerial committee to do what exactly? To do what? Asamaba entianka na ye kasai na engineers ni ewo ho no ma finding ways of making sure say ensure no be dey every na amanfo anya livelihood aye say ensamambom nyina nsu afa ho entini wan fan nsu ankomo mo nso omo no ma asai nsu konuma poison kole ya de bebre ne beba na ho no we dam no aye fende pon Bon dam in as we ni na so be affected na ya tin kan ya no so fi pon anya problem is to say na ya reduce no to MPP NDC it to say na ya reduce no to obiti ka we dia konesa na so utua kese utua saying that unpatriotic attitude of nesting rocks in that via ko nyai the vice president akoho wakoma 160,000 and now kofa so wa lead delegation ko $1 million but been there say so what at least on the 160 aba una we in how much did you put so obi asto no obi akọ no di 160 and guy solve problem no they say we you are showing signs of ungratefulness so asamato wabaho wabeye bi kaka we need so in his personal capacity, you don't even appreciate it. Say ne be no bia nya tema abeyebi. Because obi di bia bakakra ba na wani nso a. Aka mu nso mumpo. Uwi amabona baso wa ya de ebi mra. And now you don't start this say hunu. President Akufo-Addo kasa okokan wo no. Na this amam voidwa. Sika. Yen hwe ni say. Let's be fair. As my President Kayan, was it conjecture?
Conjecture in which sense?
Was it factual?
It depends on where you stand.
No, maybe sir. Is it the case based on data? Yeah, fat data. We are looking at it in 2 ways. So you fire data. Near elections, sir. Is it true, sir, the people of Volta region do not vote for MPP? True.
You cannot also say that because Omunya vote. Yeah, two about Omunya vote.
But we all know say two about ne wa winning no and ya two amano. Okay. We all know.
But should that be the case?
Yeah, to
allocate national resources.
No, he said you can look at it in two ways. First, the veracity, the authenticity of the claim. Is it a conjecture or is data-based and a claim? No, no. If we look at the impact, was it necessary? At the time I walk on the venue and I saw Casa Nana.
Exactly.
That one, yes. And not one is so cano. Wafum. Who father wafum? What I say? That meaning you say youthful exuberance, meaning say old age exuberance woman, and concrete exuberance or if you I would have said old age exuberance because I don't see say Nanado are taking a ceremony serious. Speaker, a senior no Akufa do Ghana. Yeah, a senior no hands are it didn't happen behind him. It happened before him in this country. I'm suspecting say they are not national security for anti-me and money concerning that issue. If you are not one fan say to be of this huge magnitude of national importance and interest in Tino Koye and to buy ye Nankawaba, we straight up fire the people, clear them. Omukwa huye Omuya yo. See that? Some me want me pet. Now VR for bar, I will drown ourselves. We will drown ourselves. No best survive, no survive. So that you can see how painful it is to deliberately cause pain to another person. To deliberately cause pain to Uyanku Ganani. The bonny awayani today. Utiha we do my. See Bibia see what ha ye baby.
Yeah.
Me boy. That is what it is. And to one is down. In fact, in this country, Supreme Court Maakye say, "Utana we are the nya o boss Kwame Appiah it me twin the back court e between him e fine no." Me boy.
Exactly.
Court achire in the case of Munte 3. And here kase safo they shouldn't be there. Sugar, and that ben ye bekoso. As soon say yeah, now still the situation is there. They say you need proper shelter for them. And a school are dying. I'm sorry,
tent I say,
and you do Makugu.
Yeah.
Ghana at 66. And the Messiah who say schools in this chassis, what happens? Where would they be? Because you can't say you need dance because you found plans. You knew what we don't have the technology to help drown this water, to help drain this water. You need what are we? Yet now Hana Melcom ye, Melcom was it 2013? And Melcom, a bubu ye watch motor. Come and come or move here whom a nipa bone ye nibi. Ghana Armed Forces, Ghana Police, Debe, no munibi. Israel for Israel say it's hate for any dibi braye, any timmy body that operation. Many will say fingerprint technology ye nipa pabia. Ena say shom potawa. Quite be fast what Ghana ye nibi. Ye real ye 2 year who say we are the gateway of Africa. In fact, this is the back door of Africa.
All right, Rosava, so just say thank you very much. Now, it's only 6 after 8, but your messages, no, Ember 0550596929, 0550567929. Now, students who say Kessben Passport, no, a *256*2#, *256*2#. Now, was selected option 2 for Kessben FM Accra. Now, if you want to me as take a 5 Ghana cities, the more you do, the more your chances of winning. Now, enche may me first draw no. Now, if you to be able. Ben, Margin.
Yeah, minia.
Now, a pomo to say,
I mean, I do me hoye.
Mami Tiewe.
That's
Kessben 92.9 Asidan Kuan.
Yeah, Mamreno. Mamreno. ne yamane no ya den kakra because sometimes you know say because of say ye poto no o person kan se bia na wo hwe se ne poto fo no e ka sa asem na nka unya ye obetumi aka ne hasa na mom se ne yamane ne yamamreti enti no yesi yemfa buo mapanyi na kasa bi so aye ni kwan se ka ba Mr. Speaker sa kasa ne ni kwan se ka no ne no kremu anso na nke wo se ka no sa na nke wo se ka no efise ohe die ekosu ya
enkwala so tie esua de tesase ya makasa na hote
I said na mekasa amanye amamre ni ntia like it is our culture say kasa bi wa yen ka no bedwam because by enye sa ne no kremu pa de ka kasa bi e wo se ye ka efise ohe ne ekoso ewo strong mpotem ho na say ya dia ebinum eye o madwuma yi a nka bia we no ansi so and I say obi so anye na dwuma yi anase na obi nso boapayo na ohyeda ema saa mempese mekasa ya torenchem I don't know because saa kasa no me hu se ne menka no Mr. Speaker by we nya torenchem we
nya natural disaster
we very boapayo bi na obi na dwuma wahyeda tena so ama we yes nti se Mr. Speaker so obi hyeda edi bia boapayo anase bayi etina na dwuma so na wanye ne ya ye ka ne sen wotwi mu nti kasa no ne no kremu ana wose ka no nemum se ne yamamreti ndie ntumi nka nti wo de enfa nche omo Mr. Speaker medie yese anyajo anase aba nti normally I don't want to dwell in senior a buy but I think that it was say ekoho na yeku say ye betumi ayi bibia fa ho mesusu ye mono anke betumi ayi bibia fa ho if he say enye akosombo nko na woda mokroma bui e woda bui for de no mo ye ne sen flooding amba se mitie bui for na omomo de no omo ye no nkakra nti omo hu se nso ne ye ma no ne yiri kakra afiri so eyema ne yibi afiri so eyema ne yibi nti ne duduo mu se eba be sei obi mfudie anana japade no ema ehon sonso anso no ekofom adenti na viare etena ho eye ahwe han ema akosomo no eye mabro so ansana onomo ba abebie ama sa minkase mi hu se ne meka ne twimu we nya torenche mu ntimi Mr. Speaker na obo ame oyene yi asi si wo hu nti obi tina na dwuma so wo ho ene wanye na dwuma yi ono tina na dwuma so a wanye na dwuma yi ama sa oyene yi asi no na nka minsusu ye mu no kra ne se nka ye benya nadmo ye established since 1980 sanka bia BBC besia omomra no monso meboae omonso nadmo from the headquarters to the local level obia so ti die ono so wanye na dwuma yie na asemu yi si ye me sheda ko nadmo website say me ko what are they even putting there, what kind of information are they putting there? Unim say nadmo website amene o kasa yi BBC News Israel and Hamas and that so that you can Google and check BBC the issue Israel no any Hamas no any that NADMO website no information whatsoever about this pillage on their website. The last time they held a meeting about this particular BBC pillage say BC ni simulations no omo kotena Marriott Hotel and omo so omo boa so called experts ano and omo kodi eduane wo ho e we see resources e wo Marriott the grounds na simulation be take place they never went there. They were not prepared for it. Why we they not prepared? Adintina omunye omadwen se anka bi obi because omun fa ho na obi nso na so di party me da bia ma meka o se nye baifo nkwane di waku baifo ne di o wadwen bone e fa ho nti minua nti na meka se ye kasa no bi ho ye ntumi nka ba we bayi se me ne wote bone mu na wonim se wo bie nsu a ebe ha me na wo hye that na wo boapayo se mbe se mfudie enye bayi na eden we not mofriwa. I also think that on 12th of September VR4 ede betuda se omubebie sa dami na bisam say this is a security issue because ye bie dam ye den a nkrofo ne weko dissect music any why district, I don't know whether they are all municipalities, resec all the 4 regions, no Henry Kote, Eastern Regional Minister the what's the name? Said Kwame Appiah Lecha Achibo Lecha. What were they doing?
Kessben 92.9.
They were waiting for central government.
No, why should you wait for? Are they own to me and you free on the young council regional ministers? No, name for local government, minister of local government, man in way. You are there to perform certain responsibilities and to protect the lives and your people, their livelihoods. What's now Rexec? We didn't do anything. Music didn't do anything. And Amutina, what's now? I'm a we see. We are no free ones. These people have MPs. So on the 12th, Viera communicated said they'll do spillage. You know, what were their MPs doing? What kind of community engagements? And MPs, you know, any omoman for any. If actually omo dream omoman for one. You knew, say 12 years best pele. Yes, pele so I bet me the inso oye ni abremo. MPs no community engagement ben eno munyai almost omoti kodai. Because omunim say your maya assembly sia ye the politics. Now we are blaming NDC. Now we are blaming MPP because they are by phone no. We blame a. Na nipa na ono oye ne we ha no. Ono ne ho kire no.
No akam.
Then no akam. So the MPs were also idle. And Mahu Okujato and Kodi are there doing all sort of things, pretending. Before this pillage, what emergency plan and because they knew.
But the question is that were the MPs even involved in the whole processes? VR4 Ebo Wamaniana, did they really tell them, say Adie say Anna Eba Bekoso, find a way of speaking with your constituent? In any case, or no member of parliament, and so a quite ben said, as I saw evacuating Crawford cry, quite ben of Befaso be evacuating Crawford. I mean, where are the resources? And he found one beko. Is it a case of VR taking responsibility of the SC? Now a buying so a taking responsibility, and now you feel say a divided for all the people are a stakeholder.
All the stakeholders must take responsibility. Any back. No crazy be a VR didn't involve the MPs. But then I make an make.
So if they are not really involved, you can't blame
MP. I have to blame them, Minya MP. But as at 12, the VR issued a communique. Even if it is irresponsible communication, they issued it that on 12th.
MPs are here who are
oh, maybe picture no dey call Unadbo website is there. Or you MPs.
And maybe as MPs no one they home.
Me I don't even know the central tongue MPs, but I know that MPs will be there. We make mark on Nadmo website. It's there. And up to Necra Nadmo website and society, they are not even discussing this pillage. Or more fan to what crowd they go. Or more fan to what the Ecoso BBC and Edasodaho. It tells you the kind of institutions we have. Where you can say a senseless institution. Obekase be a madio matem, and I'm entering sign. And the people who are also managing where Brofona make count. Or more managing institution, no, because the institutions are senseless. They are tempted also to be senseless.
No, you can't say that.
Menka said they are senseless.
Institutions are not functioning properly by their roles. But you cannot say it's almost senseless. Individuals working within the institution.
Menka said the individuals are senseless. They are tempted because of the institutional architecture. No, they are not functioning well. So if the institutions are not functioning well, Minya, if you go there, you are tempted not to also function well. And if you don't function well, you can't say you trim. So the kasa na onye wadwuma yi.
Exactly.
Na nipa bi aboapa ye onye wadwuma yi no ye hwan. Ba nti uti asese me yusu bayi ba ma me yusu say bi nipa no sebi. No. Me say ma me na kan asem. Right. So we need to blame all the stakeholders, not one. Ma enyi ba ko mfrim. yen blame Obibia because even if the VRA did not inform the parliamentarians around that area, or the MUSEC or DISEC around that area, or the regional minister, they issued a communique on 12th that there was going to be a spillage. And that is why I think the MPs, they have research department, the RESEC. Do they even listen to news and other things? If you do, at least you won't say no. Say VRA spillia, bibi betmas into yenye be found. They sat idle. Minya, say asemnas yewi. Nkrofo ashiro majapadie. And I was thinking that Nkane ever declare state of emergency at these areas. In declaring this, no, a whole medical team, and the medical team should not only be of general practitioners and as the doctors. We need even psychologists, special psychologists, because I think
that there are plans underway for that kind.
Plans underway, Minya. Oh, Charlie, sometimes Mr. Speaker, I say, oh, yeah, can grow for him. Mr. Speaker, I say, oh, yeah, can grow for him.
But the president was there.
What did he go
the
there?
President was there before the president's arrival. Now was setting up interministerial committee. Okay, interministerial committee, chaired by the chief of staff. Woman necessary woman share nasani money in place. Within the week, I've heard experts say that woman prepare. Even with the committee almost set here, the health minister was in part. Now there were concerns that Ghanaians raised here, said there are health related issues in all of this. You cannot have an interministerial committee wabra ajimamenu the health minister no encounter. So how do you resolve? The more reason I'm saying sir, probably there may be plans underway. Once the minister comes on board, definitely experts there are working, definitely they have to be there to ensure sir there wouldn't be any outbreaks.
Mr. Speaker,
yes,
the whole interministerial cry is just a waste of resources. Very, very, to be frank with you, it's a waste of resources. Unim dientia Kwame Nkrumah ete the Ghana Academy of Arts and Sciences.
The
Ghana Academy of Arts and Sciences a body of experts, very professionals. More Ghana. So BBC some microphone was say come ho. No may nim die any nyansa ye de beso ade no anokwan. So I was thinking that we don't need interministerial for them to go sit, eat, dine, and waste our resources. We need the mobility, the mobilization of experts in Ghana. And if you need them, and once over University of Ghana, environmental person benamo, tech, environmental person, and even if you go to the Ghana Academy of Arts and Sciences, these gentlemen are there. I'll be to mobilize within the shortest possible time to solve a problem. Oh no. Chief of Staff from Opari, what is he going to do? What is he going to discuss? What is he going to talk about? They know him about environmental management.
But they are expert whom?
They are not expert in Newai, Minia. Interministerial and expert in Newai. Hey, Minia, I say no.
Kessben
92.9FM. But I'm saying, if you have the interior minister, they should be able to put together the expert. Interior ministerial committee, Womo so mandate and it's a womo beshe adiebia SSA abanye. Then they recommend to the government.
We don't need them to recommend to the government. We just go to Ghana. Emergency situation. We just mobilize the experts within the shortest possible time. And we have them in Ghana. We have them in Ghana. Right? We have them in Ghana. So what now say yenkoyi mami from Opari yenkoyi me papa Ambrose Jerry. They just go and sit and discuss and then make charade out of some of these things and then return home. Abranka Ghana Academy of Arts and Sciences, all these professionals are there. We just mobilize them within the shortest possible time and dispatch them to these areas. Microphone TV3 no Kessben mo na ya kocho mo no mo kasa. Are they even solving the problem?
Kessben 92.9.
Are they solving the problem? So many interministerial no nkame nko, but what the abadia me is just a waste of resources. Ain't mean solve we are. And we don't need even to have a long-term plan. Within the shortest possible time, we need psychologists, we need general practitioners or doctors, we need I think the military are doing well. Mahu Navy, omo ya ade omo evacuate ebinum.
I say omo a interministerial committee in the
why na dio moko. They went there before the interministerial committee. They were there. Chief of Naval Staff was there. Onokra onen nkrofo ko okra na president kreko. They were there. Now interministerial me hu what have they said? When is omo communicate bad about? What is their term of reference? About who is even discussing it? Minia. Me offer kwesi prabeka sala baraka. Nti
Kessben 92.9FM.
we need to also, I've seen some feminist civil society organizations almost argue say they bet me cranka yemfa ebinumra seglemi.
Yeah.
Because these people they need a form of shelter. You see, there be a makase because of
it's not just about money and one, right?
And no dear cry no because I think say not modus operandi no me pese make be sometimes not I think that they always want some of these things to happen so that be a mattresses ne bucket be do for baby, so they are not even like very pragmatic, very proactive in solving the problem. Because at the end of the day, if I go cheche ammonia no be a bit more me fee and a bit more me fee and I say be a bit more makola, right? And because based on experience, some of them go to makola mattresses bit more makola, and because of that, omasani may see. But Mr. Speaker, senadmo serious I think in send ye can evacuation na ye permanent residence. When I say baby temporary residence, krana ye pe edi amankrofoi. Not in the classrooms and the shelters we put them. Yempe baby se seglemine de ombeba yemfa ebinum mra. Especially those that are closer to seglem. Yemfa mumra ho. Na yenye ni ye kakra mom. No montina ho. I think that Mr. Speaker, ebeboa ama omadwimu a relax kakra.
Okay.
Now, make the other impact. You see, among for a can say at range oyene minka say enya to range because we buy a boapayo. Oyene among for a can say a debate me the cholera ba. Doctors be crack say diarrhea crash as eba. Apart from diarrhea, a bit me the yari be cry nim skin rashes, ne some yari be nim crabby to me aba. But adeba kwa yanka wasem our food security. Because I'm crowing ebinum edomo, ebinum edo jenny, ebinum
tilapia farms ready in I
say,
and that Ministry of Agri say one more donate I think 40 million Ghana cedis. One more
World Bank announced the Ministry of Agri.
Ministry of Agri announced that say one more back chair Ediama the tilapia farmers, one more one large tilapia farms, within that.
Speaker, don't amplify this. Ensonu tawo ensonu kobo 40,000 no dua 40,000 no dollar no ndua dollar no where as my
so Mr. Speaker, food security is also becoming a problem because jene ne yenua nanu ya yenuanom ne jefo show down kakra bi jene bo be ye din okroma yenuanom central tongue south tongue omo ne boy with jene in chane manima so and also a big problem I was say yehwe na yeka ho asem.
Okay,
but let's look at the sustainability. Me da bia me ka say ye kan we nyina wie no me mpese bi anka next 5 years se me da so ko TV so ana radio so a me wa betena ha na ma discuss spillage. But Mr. Speaker, menye osu bempa ena menye Prophet Badu Kubi ena menye Nigel Gezi but minim say adi we be sensible because I know who we are as Ghanaians. Nka me menya because ndabia me mpese me ka se kwasi broni ni nyansa no esen Kwame bibini die. But the reality and based on experience no adi we ayesi a ne ye bohu dawura ebinmu pesika de akoboa ye nuanom a oye ne yato oyi ebesan yesibio because ye no ye nsua bibia mfiri oye ne bia mu. We don't learn. So the next 5 years there's a likelihood that me no ba betena asa kasa asemu yi nti se aban itie na yempe a sustainable solution we ebi nsibio.
okay,
na say ye ni sa sustainable plan na at least sansuo no ye betimi dia ekua sansuo yi uko amai bia Bagredam minia Bagredam Burkina Faso ye ko kra tomatoes free woni Jenny free we omo dam no omo de yekua adenti na yeso akosombo no yentimi divert ana direct nsuo no SS1s no for
the make no dams na wo be dage around it no I don't have nsuo no be kwa kogom but yenye bibia sa so
and the drainage system na make
exactly
so no etini ho
because nti sometimes we want nkruma ewu ko ye no
o de adwene nyina ko
ana nkruma da bi o Mr. Speaker o de adwene nyina ko and that time omo ana nkruma ni omo kojobo so enko they were not that educated they were not that educated kojobo so enko were just nkrofo nkruma kra na chiro mo brofo most of them had not gone to school that much but common sense fear nyansa fear adwin on person ni onko be chire ninti no they put solutions to it Mr. Speaker in the long run I think that me pese ye beti BBC bi okay. This should be the first and last
very good me da say Sister Benisa Kodia, hefa na wutie ye free.
It's free nungwa, teshi nungwa.
Adope we win Kessben cash pot na.
Me fashion I na family owa me say Mr. Speaker yes sir we know. And I'm still and the mama try be na me share. Afi me share menya 500 Ghana.
Okay, and so dia hine try ye.
Me the 25 cedis.
25 cedis that we try ye.
If I try.
And I will win 500 Ghana cedis.
500 Ghana cedis.
Congratulations to you. We can be better than Venice.
Thank you. Look
That's right. The cost to trading na ye chosika. Why?
You, Madam Wasifa.
Congratulations. Yes, we are that. And that is our first winner, Benis from Nungwa. But your dial is star 256 star 2 hash star 256 star 2 hash. Now I face select option 2. Now I don't pay your Chelsea on Kessben cash boss. This is coming, but your weekend, you know, when is a dick actually the free account. I don't pay who wrong. Why is it that you want to pick a crack weekend? Mami fast that be my Eclipse Collateral Management and Advisory Services and Pacho one more daruma one more than crata in the bay now one more to your commission there and to say who team man pay ya Pacho the assessor we no and it's when Japadi and crata no away no Pacho what they call Eclipse of one chain now one more dear you man no more to your commission there and what you know open loan now so one needs a chip by the you bear collateral no wouldn't be and pay only a year Eclipse Collateral Management for Enkasa one bedroom abuao na afi wonso wonsa etime aka me aka collateral de Abakan Street e wadenta new side e hona no pay wo be ho ama no pay woni omuni nkomo on 0266999020 0266999020 and also say fresh 0302551877 na when Eclipse Collateral Management for any nkomo no pay but you one bedroom so one bedroom abuao ma wonso BBI kama edinwa nadom heba center for Roma nadom calibrators in wo jaman so na anope wono nom nadom calibrators e boost immune system no afi wa edura na jo wontimi aya na wo ho na waposo nyina no eye wo ya anope di obe nyina no ene se obendondom nadom calibrators na for lady clean no e ma decision wo bo de teach you se bosome so na wo bo wonsa bacho di obetimi aya ne se wo be yisu na for lady clean e feminine hygiene wash I would say so the two carboni na no assess or bar if you any wa him fear and I'll pay you so I will be the one dance here. Never mixture and then a capsule so no patchon. So we could dimpa so grocote ya real gonorrhea syphilis. And I will call you soon washroom be your bar now cote white. What they poor patchano place so we use a year. Never mixture and then a capsule. A bit too sour how you know I say at the Tema community one and I will be home and I'll pay one in Adam Heba Center for any come on 0268-229862 0268-229862 and also say for 0240-981592 now when Nadom Heba Center for any come on pay Franco Trading Enterprise for Adaro but try to pay with phone papa padia address you na no eya say ye Nokia say ye Samsung say ye iPhone say ye TV set open TV TVs and our refrigerators open air conditions ni nyina no Franco for ebe maobi enti anope ko Franco Trading Enterprise for showroom bia odu ho a onso koje wo anope won bejo so na wo mo ahwe ma wo phone no watimi adage no bacho wo numbers ni 0246422338 and also say for 055-59-39311 now when the Franco Trading Enterprise for nin kopo oba Tampa Prostate Center for Adaroba pacho ye bema edwana dwa wo jonso dodo ansa na de ache say ye ka say wo jonso ana jonso ni bi akamu ni nyina ntibeba ananso say aya na pressure no esese wo jonso de ba ni nyina no aya na atosin pacho prostate no abem enti adopai fo ni tremo ewo eye fifi practical stop ewo kaswa ene mpatem adopai wo dro ba e ade se oba Tampa Prostate Center for ebetu how nyina no ase edapa pacho wo pese woni omodi komo afre wo mo ewo 05538000678 05538000678 na woni eye oba Tampa Prostate Center for eninsa wo pacho wo prostate how ni nyina no ase ebetu adopai wo mo da Roma na boaye ayemra na galamse kono asanso efrase biem na Now what we Ghana Bar Association for etimi akasa na wo kasa nyina no eyese ade se galamsey no de wa ese niema no se aban no anhwe na yanko antia ebe ha dwen pa ma yenko na yentie ensem trofo nhia mudi a wo mo eyeye na afeyemra na yemedi nkomo
on the raging menace of illegal mining in Ghana. The harmful effects of galamsey are all around us. We cannot gloss over. Land for the cultivation of staple food and cash crops have been affected. There are studies that galamsey is contributing to death amongst children. Despite the efforts and assurance of government to deal with the menace, there appears to be a general consensus that not much has been done to effectively and roundly deal with it. The GABA holds the view that a lot more can still be done to effectively deal with the menace that poses a serious threat to our survival, especially in this period of climate change concerns. We call on government, political leadership, and key stakeholders to show more political will and integrity in decisively dealing with the galamsey menace. This can be done if the real powers behind the galamsey menace are identified and dealt with in accordance with law. Galamsey is a capital-intensive illegal activity. The heavy-duty equipment and other machinery and chemicals used in galamsey cannot be afforded and purchased by the young men and women who get arrested on galamsey sites. These hired hands are not the ones who grant entry permits into forest reserves. Galamsey can only thrive if powerful and influential persons in society are actively funding such menace. The reasonable and irresistible conclusion is that it is controlled and funded by a network of corrupt public officials, politicians, traditional rulers, and wealthy and powerful business interests. Indeed, we will be playing the ostrich with our future if we pretend as we are at the moment. The government must be honest and bold and fish out these evil axis of powerful interest, engage in a wanton destruction of our environment, and deal with them decisively, irrespective of the status or political background of the individuals involved. If we refuse to act, the ravenous gluttony of our elite will completely destroy us as a nation. There's no benefit in self-censorship of the media. However, our situation is not all doom and gloom. We should also report what is good about our nation, our democratic stability, hospitality, ingenuity in most fields of endeavor, both home and abroad. The GBA therefore joins the call for more responsibility, decency, restraint, and circumspection on our airwaves. The media and programs they churn out should be healthy ones that promote peaceful coexistence, a real talk shop, a marketplace of ideas where
Kessben
opinions and superior alternatives are discussed and exchanged within an atmosphere of civility, rather than platform used as outlets for ventilation of divisions, interpret language, and beating of war drums. There is an Akan adage that says that whilst you advise the cat, you also advise the mouse. In as much as we are asking our media outlets to be responsible, we are also calling on political parties and their activists to show restraint and tolerance. The idea that political party activists or anybody who does not like the programming content of a media house can go out there, vandalize and attack anybody belongs to the Stone Age. What we know is that there are many remedies available, from the right to have a joinder to the NMC to the courts. So we condemn in no uncertain terms attacks on media.
Kessben 92.9FM
by political party activists, and we ask them, the political parties, to rein in their hot-headed activists. Our democratic experience has come thus far, and these things are inimical to our dispensation.
And so that is the president of the Ghana Bar Association speaking. Na concerns are one more areas, you know, and I Bobby Amba Wetie. No, Mamen kind or messages Libya what they about. I say, good morning, speaker. When others are campaigning vigorously, you are talking about showdowns, and that is Kennedy, Japan. Okay, this is double standard and inefficiencies. Okay, thank you. I don't really get the content of a message, you know, though. Let me do this one. This one says that we have moved on to support Dr. Bawumia come 4th November because we need a flag bearer who has the respect of everyone and very calm, well collected to be able to execute the mandate for the new patriotic party. For DSP retired, Obuasi Ade free at the bar. Yeah, we say good morning, speaker. This one says that, good morning, Speaker. Please, I am a student. I played some of the games, some of your game because I want some money for my fees, but I have bought almost 100 cedis of the ticket, but I'm not winning. I don't have money to continue with it. Please help me. Okay, Mate, na draw no nyene control a machine. You draw. If you are lucky, then you win. And the lucky ones are the ones winning. And you deliberate. In fact, a automated equipment that you did a year, Juba. And you choose and you decided the obey winning and they won't win. Capito sends this. Good morning, Speaker. In fact, the NDC is problematic when it comes to our development as a country. We should not entertain them. What they are with the abandon. By your say so, I mean, what's your Ghana bar situation? And it one more concerns, I one more raise within the week. Mabintio, just say.
So yeah.
Yes.
So a bagana bar sama.
Kessben 92.9.
Me ni omo enya agenda. Sanse Ghana bar no akoye drabru ni bi. Omun nemaye in recent times. And say omo ye kua omo wo pepa e wo do e magana mai I say omo di omo ye fun enenam anunti nsamane ba nhwehwe anim ena e wo omo so nia esese Ghana Bar Association kafa ho no omo nka hwemfa ho so muni wuni Chaka among Kawasem
92.9.
When yes, Sansuna, Bumai. Siga,
yes.
Ghana Bar Association, we no more Ghana. A brante ya, and papaya or Kasai, we nor your lawyer.
Still, that's your lawyer.
Enna Delta Force for a Bogura court. But Ghana Bar Association is a statement.
Main idea.
Unless judge na no teadramuno onyenipa.
Unless I check if my memory serves.
I know so one issue statement. Once I remember in set two right and then set two right view. The go who speaker. As of real course when I remember that's also right. Family pay. As someone there cano. Sugar. Ghana Bar Association kept quiet. The Association of Magistrates and Judges, note statement. Mutina Ghana ha Canada Japan di judge atem me boa. So a bodam for or Jimmy for Ghana Bar Association note statement. Ghana Magistrates and Judges are no comment. Yawa Ena Ada Radio Ada is Ada.
Yeah, Radio Ada.
Very good. Journalists. Yeah, no for a human interest story na follow. Ghana Bar Association and Kasa.
Because what Dagbon Radio.
Dagbon Radio, Ghana Bar Association and Kasa. Akosi wa Kwame Despite Station. Enti u tumirika beka because ni na wo Kumase.
O samom netie.
Angaza netie. No, Ankasa netie. Incidents are mabo nyina sisi.
Otu media for nefo keke.
Otu hwan media for na watu omofo. Omo ba na mprentoa na san wo mu no. Onto omofo. Ba na aye empty ba no onto ba no fo. Ye share galamse ntokwase eyene. No, is it today? How many years now?
7 years now.
Afrina Ghana Bar Association eba betreba bia yenko. No, tell me. The only association and what Ghana ha my yet lucky. And what constitution mo me boa. That's the only association. Ya cite in the constitution of the republic. Mo was a privilege way. You represent on serious boards and decision making in this country. And the best you could do is shut up and talk when we don't need you to talk. This is medicine after death. Ghana Bar Association ade omayi. O say obi ewu awa mo na duru. Nipa na wu awie do ede. Galam sense ma ba me di ekudru. Asay afi na wo di we ba. Sa futo wo ye hia. We don't need it. It is advised we're too late. Some will be a month to a more hufo. A more rebrand of image. No more yet do matter, sister, the camphor, I work Ghana Bar Association, J. Do my 12 man, a bow, Mudizo, Ghana Bar. And yes, our bar we. Saba we dear, made it to 2 brookios. Bar we. If your monster sardine and so can who's the naming what consequences?
Bar no is not the ordinary bar, no. And
I made Charles say, Dick Twanka say, what consequences?
Barristers Association and to more short in no wine bar. And now, what? That
is the point.
That is not patrol.
Let
us not be diabolic.
No,
you know, sir, and your bar now.
How do we know?
You know, Makati, what you know. You know, sir, and yet the ordinary bar, no, our person will refer. No,
and yet, Biaba,
the bed,
Babembu. So they should work to establish and defend name. In fact, this is an association of barristers.
Lawyer, but he may be a lawyer.
Now, so Onankasa was not happy about the conduct of Ghana Bar Association. He himself. He is not a happy man sometimes about the conduct of association or but only choice. I said, so didn't who condom. I say, no didn't who condom. And yes, so you're happy. But citizens, so who's the very few reasonable ones, no citizen Kahubi. I say,
yeah, but so you cannot refer to it as a chop bar. And yet,
and then make us a chop bar. So who can say Ghana Bar? About one church,
Ghana Bar Association.
Association. See, chop bar for association. Tobavo Association. Tobavo Association. A potential sellers now na drunkards for Kwame Association. And the association there were but now be a bit differentiated wood diano, from other ones, and no nema will standing out. Speaker, citizen ya no car and a see money show for Junade encyclopedia. Yes, citizen why? Say I had an amount for taking of notes reference fee. You have distinguished yourself from other morning show hosts. And then Tino Biafra was Mr. Speaker. Because you have been able to be fair as a speaker. Until you maye any debate identify. That is it. So it's by their fruits. You shall know them. And this is a bar association. Now, when you any top bar association difference in Nima, me metana menga today. No, tell me.
Me too.
So we a bar association. Now, what that know who into food soldier, political party food soldier jobber. Then I mean, that will tell you the fact. Me new attempt. No. Says sure, say no, Mr. Judge. But are they not supposed to protect the judiciary? Executive court judge as a magistrate court judge, open for man can't read, not a statement. You couldn't even boycott in solidarity to stand with the court. Judges are Musumanye and a Mayer Habesia, MP, a member of parliament, at the judge attempt. You couldn't defend the judge. Mutrasi my yes, you're a reshuffle judge, you know. So one to me, you see, charity begins at home. Before my Baba 2 years for the month to my home for. Defend your house.
2.9. Asidan
Mumwa judiciary, no. Na munya niye, let it be attractive. And Kagana and Koran sorry in fear say Gabon say Gambia enko yellow and fam Magana be practicing. You are not interested, you are not talking about that. You are not pushing for reforms. But be a yedri. As some to me did 20 years to a court. Ghana Bar Association, that should be your focus. Your focus is not to advise us.
Very well. But I say, Maakye lawyer citizen that you does. Council Maakye.
Mr. Speaker.
Yes, a bomboko.
And I pay Mejodo na a chief national from Fanchem, the Mambanto. Na pay Mincho na Mincha Minia Makatina.
Benos by a day.
Maybe that's it. I don't know, sir. I brought you from one.
Oh, there we are bringing.
Mr. Speaker. You know,
and the last time I saw him, no control entrance exams, so to me, name say or passe, unless I question.
You know, Mr. Speaker, Makati means say, and I pay Obi Hagana or the makeup pie.
But
now, you know, on a serious note,
yes,
Makati as someone can is not true.
Chimame.
The Ghana Bar Association never commented on the issue that happened in Kumasi Circuit Court. It's not true.
I told him somebody in my memory.
It's not true. It's not true.
I don't remember.
Graphic online.
The statement I said graphic.
Oh,
Association. You are a member of the association, and your graphic online. I want the statement to read.
And I'm saying
Sir,
that
arrange.
I do not have the let me check if I have the letter. It's not like I don't. If I'm not aware, I'm talking about it by saying
okay, read the graphic.
I don't have the letter at hand.
Okay, but read the graphic in the end.
Because letter they say about publish, and it's not so. Yeah.
Oh, they're kind.
Graphic online. Let me check the date. What date is it? It is April 6th, 2017. Okay. The Ghana Bar Association has condemned Thursday's attack on the Kumasi Circuit Court by members of the Delta Force, a political vigilante group aligned to the New Patriotic Party. A statement issued and signed by Mr. Benson Nuchukwi and Mr. Justin Amenuvo, President and National Secretary, the GBA said it is sickening and horrifying to watch the said videos of persons using violence as a means to defy the court orders. So, I mean, what is McCarthy talking about? And then here, I mean, check. Below is the copy of the full statement. So you check.
Deal with the second part of my claim.
What was the claim?
So what prevented you that in solidarity
you boycott?
With the judge, you boycott?
No, okay. So what I'm saying is that, in the first place, what you said that they never said anything about that issue is not true. Number two, Obia wone way of administering their protest against something. As I sit here, I'm not privy to certain steps that they might have taken. Unfortunately, institutions should be able to communicate.
Okay.
Unfortunately for us, as at our side of the world, you pay information. Everything seems to be shrouded in secrecy. Intino Oma and there you feel I think that is the posture of the Peace Council now. Also, we feel that most of the things we should be doing it at the background. So we might not be privy to the actions and steps that have been taken. That does not negate that nothing has been done. They are there. You understand that nothing has been done. We might not be happy with their approach, but then I feel that sometimes we need to do more research into getting a bit of more information before we can come up with no.
Probably
no,
he got it.
But no, I'm not condemning. Before we judge certain things,
graphic because we complain. There was never a statement when the instant can me repeating that. Why yet they are still graphic? So and
differentiate for me, Ghana bar no, and the ordinary bar in because that is the impression McCarthy seeks to create.
It's one of my members.
You know, I think the
normal trouble, yeah.
I think I mean, we can upgrade our discussions. We all know what the bar is. If we use in certain terms, I think McCarthy knows and Awasu there when we talk about the bar, it can generally without prefixing it with Ghana, Neka bar. It means so many things. So you might need to be more specific. And that's what I'm saying. In being specific, we need to be sure what it is. Intimate mean start conclusion. Intimate bar, mean concluded or a Ghana Bar Association, which is an association of maybe lawyers and all that. I wouldn't conclude. I would only want to find which kind of bar it is. And he rightly asked the question that which kind of bar? Is it a chop bar or what bar? It's Ghana Bar Association, which is made up of lawyers. Exactly. So I think those things are, but the most important thing in what he said was that the Ghana Bar Association one kasaswa. Kamakati would say there one ankasa. You understand? Now there is a press conference and they are talking about issues in the country. I have had my personal issues with the Ghana Bar Association. I have. But in this context, they are discussing issues or money, criticizing issues that have happened in terms of the media, talking about Galamsey issues and other issues. It was just an excerpt of the discussion. If you say that they should not comment on those things, but they should comment on issues relating to just law. I mean, all these things are issues relating to law. Galamsey issues have law implications. Media attack issues have law implications. So these are issues in the country. What else should they be discussing? But I side with him that they shouldn't be doing pick and choose. That when it suits you, now so on suit to that you won't talk about it. We need to be fair and ensure that as our practice pushes us to, requires of us, you know. So I feel that we should rather encourage the mamo onyendepe one time now one no na there what in sembino it should reflect in every facet of our lives as a country. I think we should rather encourage that. That should be the process and not the way it's going. I think focus this whole question I paid was on about Galamsey. Yeah. And I don't know why McCarthy limited it to the Ghana Bar Association, no address one.
Because they held a press conference.
No, but the question I'd be saying, you only use them as a prefix. Yeah. They are also talking about Galamsey issues because Galamsey issues now up. See, I was very disappointed when the Attorney General of Ghana said there, Professor Frimpong brought in a report, you know, or ye talk. Na I do ubi a word that sir, na niti and yo, na ultra true bibi keke. When the Attorney General also knows that this case is before the special prosecutor, so now what he has rendered whatever before the special prosecutor as moot. We declare why adjudicate a we. One rule in a we. No Attorney General, what evidence no on here what Ghana had the Galamsey on Kodo? On two coin. The river bodies name one more. What else do you need?
Because you name the power.
What else do we need?
It's happening, but we don't know the people.
If our coordinator, Professor Primpo, but he mentioned names. On one trust stories.
And the AG is telling you, saying names not mentioning yet the substantive evidence. A bit me the prosecution or evidence in enough. There is no even evidence actually.
Mr. Speaker.
Yes.
Say Mabudi. There, BP. What do you have to do? So my cat pedo shumo there. Oh, don't fry me. No, be some them bo padini din there. We go Koreazi. What happened in time boni din? Has the Attorney General called Professor Frimpong Boateng? No. So you speak based on just the report without doing any further investigation. I mean, what are we talking about in this country? No, Speaker, me call police station CCR there. They will come and arrest you before they do investigation. And I'm So I also make it. You see, sometimes there at certain point we apply certain principles. At certain point we don't, and that shows how unprincipled and inconsistent that we are. If you're fair in dealing with all these issues, I'm sure that by now we can go forward. But this Galamsey issue, I always say there until they ever task there. You see, there was a program about disinformation and its impact on electoral integrity.
And one of the key questions I may be saying there, what is the incentive for those who are doing the right things? That, Mr. Speaker, you wouldn't allow anybody who will churn disinformation or some false news on your platform. What is the incentive for you? No. Because they are getting the eyeballs. It's trending, and they are getting everything. Like you are insulting and doing all those things that it will trend. What is the incentive for me who is decorous in my discussion? And if we don't find an incentive for it, then what it will mean in there, because bad news sells, that will be the promotion of it. Into what is the incentive for people who want to report issues that they know about Galamsey? Rather, no, we are allowing the threat to be on their lives. So it is not safe for people anymore to be whistleblowers in terms of Abia one of my way Galamsey, because it will be we know them. People who stay there, they know them. Sometimes people mention DCE but who born dog to come and talk about even a whole professor from Pom Boatepo the way he has been treated. So how much more me? How much more you? How much more say be obi owo ikranaseno? So the way you push as a people, you treating Crawford. What better no call Daisy? What better way the right things? And it does not encourage people to be patriotic, to be dealing with some of the issues that are happening. And it is sad.
All right, citizen. But no, I say, I say 3 after 9. Mami travel home. I mean, ya boy for cratchery and rabbit. But me my pen a babe na afi ya call a homane so. Me basi here.
Adia ba ko bere me hu.
Adia share say. Yenis our swap, any journey agreeable. I feel when you be asonimu. A bassa while you are one swatch and a pampa. No be a son, you'll be a small.
Faso na wakwa wonu fuiye sede ya de bi October busumi bia ewiase mu apomodin panifo yesi wo se yankasa na yetwe ya adwene esi nufuo mu kokram meche breast cancer so ene kwani e befa so ebetu ase na se wo ye oba wakwa wonu fuiye na sa ya de we ebia metom enuti na October busumi Full Tech Limited ene we #1 radio station Kessben 92.9 ene Theo medical concert akabachiri muse ene wodi apomodemu panimfo ebe shema yempokuya yi adi amayen October busumi day tosuwa duonu emenyina ye bochi na yako Full Tech Limited officer Award North Industrial Area na yako sheshe ye nufu mu anese fuwa kukudam ebe dochiri nufu ni muahunu se sa nufu mu kukuramu yi ebi demu ana na wachireche ukwania ubefa suwe di nufu nini sede beya ya die yi bi emma ekwani a wo befa so a bosumi bia wo bu nsawia wa kasa wo bedochi nufu ni mu ewo fie ehunu se we ye save ye no danchan a wo be bia wo pese wo ani de waye na adwene se wasi a wo kwan so ani de wapa wo no a wonya bie no wo mra mehia dokotafo akuku dam a wo munim de efa emma ya wo die ho meche gynecologists na wo mo hye ya wo die mu ehunu se ade na aye si akwan ya emma koda minam na dupa bay ena wasayenom October busumi day tosuwa duonu eye manyina ya pomudi ahotoso yemwotwe na yenkwohwehwe ya pomudin mu asam denise bebrebe ya meka nyina eye free Full Tech Limited ene Kessben 92.9 ene Theo's medical concert yedamwase buru samudiaba yenso ye bebotwi ne abehwehwe ye nipadua mu frise ahu daswani bema wo penchiremu bia frɛ 0243 609 271 October busumi day tosuwa duonu me kohwehwe me nufu ene ma wodie mu na ase de come one come all.
Here comes the money. Here we go. Money talk. Here comes the money.
Kessben Passport Achedium raining The Kessben 92.2FM Accra. Kessben 92.9FM Okumasi. Na she Kessben television nenya achade sonko a wunya bida. Wunya tin jumu ipe. Musa achade mrena so. Fa wo telephone no. Afi,
but *256*2#.
Na tin sheshe no so. Kessben FM ni TV jumedia hodo edie so na agro ni achede bekoso. Ne senti enyi we fidie ni free ya kasafoni ni ya kasafidie ni mu biara ho. Kessben Passport na she tie cha na dine gazie.
Mira, na de na ofre djuma ba ya se waye bosase. E di asemwa.
Bi ne hwe mafo kwa na ekwo wo mo animu. Bosia kra mi pedia me de abobra so a. Menya bi.
Eni yesre. Eclipse Collateral Management for Abamaye. Waye Prime Brokerage Service. Na no se de etie nie. So we japade na wo ho nkrata. Wutumi de nkrata ne beja Eclipse Collateral Management. Na so bi so we japade ebia na ne nkrata no animu ano. Na ope bosia. Ye de wo nkrata ne yensi achi ba manipa no ejibosia. Etua ehon faso ma wo ankrata ne ye wo de ani di free.
Hey, ne se woni akura ntie.
Oh, emane how cry. Esanse wono so wo japade a wo de ba yenti no. Eno na bank de beton. Gwabra won kwo wo de ne ho kra.
Na kire sa men krata da dem no. Ebetumi ama manya sika. Wobra be japade no eho nka.
Sapepepe. Ubehu Eclipse Collateral Management e wa Denta Pantai Junction. Adenta new site wa 0543832466. Eclipse Collateral Management. Think safety and decent income.
Obi na invite me say memra wedding. Na me bedroom here. Me hwe am for dressing. There's more room for improvement. Me say Messi afa me ho a me gina ha. Mr. Ultimate mo. Me nya kire wo say wo wura Ultimate Fashions mo. Refrigerando, Kenneth Cole, Max Fendi, Perry Jacob, and member chefs papa. Italian shoes, slippers, sandals, khaki, material trousers, office wear. Enye na wo. Enye member nko a wo. Ema die wo. Emanyo ma ye shako wedding, party, engagement. Brands from across the world. Ellen Trace, Adriana Papel, Jones New York, Tehari, Gasper. Any bebre keka. Se mu hia mo ho sa na se. Mo dane dis anu. Mo dane dis spectacular. Said ye be ya enkrofo be hu se oh, wodro no edimu. Wedding gown, wedding gown. Kolanta de. Ni nyina wo Ultimate Fashion. O mapa wedding. Would you take comment here by me?
I like your dressing.
Medase.
Abrantie, why you do?
Oh, thank you.
Hey, why for na barabe?
Oh, Debbie, Adum here. Kumasi Ultimate Fashions. Oh, Prisons Runabout. Accra, opposite UTC. Ultimate Fashion. Beauty is our style.
This is 92.9. 92.9 This is 92.9 more variety. Perfect. 92.9. 92.
Hey, Anna, where did you ha? I see. Now I hear now the try no pay.
Oh, me try 5 cedis.
5 cedi pay.
Aye.
And I would the 500 cedis I no pay.
Oh, say they be a metiemo.
Akwa wuti ya pa.
Oh.
Say what the 5 cedis. Ba ko pa wu try ya be abe win the 500 wuti ya.
Oh, me that's it.
Congratulations. Why?
That's it.
The first time I went to be near na.
Oh, my chubby pa.
Oh, any entia. Congratulations.
Yo.
Why?
Yo,
congratulations. Why are there? Some bombo na ba ho.
Aye, Abba.
That's right. Thank you. Moro. Congratulations. Yo. Weekend the bed pa.
Yo, weekend need the bed.
Weekend the bed da ma ho.
Yo, I bed.
Abranche the 5 Ghana cedi pay away the 500. Afa my pa. Bacho Kadisa Ventures Father Roma Kadisa Heba Mr. Wujama so na a two-way space ni nyina no asema menstrual pains, gonorrhea, candidiasis, and vaginal discharges, prostate enlargement, sexual weakness ni nyina wono nom eye Kadisa Ventures ai tu ni nyina no ase open the door mo atu ampacho be call Techiman Kadisa Heba shop e wo kenten taxi rank wa ni baseline pharmacy ni ginhwe anymore and which baseline pharmacy be a ben across the country pacho benya be wo ho heba shop be mo benya be ato na wati me anonom be wa mother romano pay wo mo buy abachi de day ho batani ba memra beni sia so na me tie no the galaxy na afa yamko taga beno
yeah
ba me tie
Wakati actually not drink. Citizens were Canadian. But me, I think that I have a problem when we think an association is too superior that every subject matter, every national discourse, that association must speak on it. We have a problem with that. I believe that the association was established for a purpose, to champion the welfare of their people. And for that matter, if say SMBC na it doesn't bother on the welfare of their people, I don't have any problem with it. Because
but I bet you an embodiment of a national association, a word that's
to be frank with you, and with a lot of respect to a citizen, I don't see Ghana Bar as a national embodiment. I just see that as a normal association, just like any other association, just like the engineers association, just like maybe if you have economics association, just like chartered professionals or whatever associations we're having. I just see them like that. And for that matter, if it is about the welfare of their people, and they but say funny say as Ghana Assembly or some me, I don't see. Like if they speak, fine. If they don't speak, I don't see, because there are other associations. There are architect association, there are GMA, Ghana Medical Association, and every association in Ghana has a responsibility and a role to ensure the good development of this particular country. I don't see. But I think they've said some good things. To me, Galam say, and so more Edio Manobabe can be say yenina yenreseni best of Galam say I support it, and it shouldn't be only the bar association. Other associations by me of Kwara Japan Lease Ghana Engineers Association, they should also talk. Also bear to me Kasabi, because koyane say bakufu nkwane waso kasa na wan kasa na ya sema emfa Ghana nkobabia, because they are just kind of saying minute aspect of all the associations in Ghana also playing their also duties on the Ghana konanim. Na mini agalam say you me nwanwa esan ye mesre say sometimes ye diagro ye fan of ahose peso say ye pese ye tu galam si ase, but na ya say ya for baby aga say ye nim wona wo share chiri ntimi nua
yen kan okro ho
na ya kan the majority of Ghanaians are not sincere, especially those in leadership positions. Sincerity ni omu because me kase on kan okro no e trofo be kase me ntwensa ntimi pese because o ye trofo ana ndi mitumika
bitio
dodo na ye atrofo mfantifo no be kase omo ye den
atrofo
dabi omo was akohwifo on say twikasa no kase obi ye akohwia e different meaning ntimi pese me kan mfanti dodo na ye akohwifo, right? Eastern region MCET ho ohu nsase no ohu galamsey pit no MP no no be jaka je uni mo mo shachiri na uni mo mo shachiri mo ye adwuma no stop wo mo e die ne dia no beba anamwa.
Yeah,
people sit on TV and the bia me can say how we measure wealthy people in Ghana no cry problematic.
The source of their wealth crowd
Kroma send ye kasa obi esikani no cry that bia have a problem with it, because who nipa do na adwuma mo ye at least the bia mama say repeat ma bet na hakada Jeff Bezos unim say Amazon ye ne dia me mame unim so ton jende my Microsoft my Bill Gates Microsoft ye ne dia the other TikTok ba Elon Musk unim say oko space ena Twitter ye ne dia ye kroma asikafu yi, especially political asikafu yi unche da hu dwumadie potia nipa no edi nso so eskani also osi a mansions osi den scary free. We know them, we know what they do, we know the distraction they are causing to our lands, but yesro say bebodi yesro me say Mr. Speaker Kessben 92 and yes our friend me say me galam coming because me region me from Bono East yenye galam say I think we are safe for now yensa say ye no super ndi say wo bet na origin mu ase won sase anum subone nkame de yɛmfa me ho ba Ghana nti nkame de yɛmfa me ho ba Ghana nti meka me no you see e was say mom say nipa no kra woti sa mantem ho a yɛsɛ won sase a won ka ho hwe a da bia wotu che ye skafo ene wo gold ene wo den. It doesn't make sense. Gold at the expense of the livelihood of Ghanaians. Ne yekoko nsase mo asɛ no mo twitwa nkoko no nyina atu agu yensu aye no mo asɛ no. There's even a research report from Kwame Appiah University of Science and Technology say sa Ashanti region for example no babi omo ye galamsey bia no ye wo mmafra omo nsa no twitwa mo didam omo papa akra ne beba na o kechema miensa. Then you sit there and you watch it to escalate. I think that and I'm sad listening to the Attorney General. I think so. I maybe agree with him. Also, Bono region so no galamsey ni so he doesn't care. If you guys will sit there and destroy your lands, so be it. Intina be sometimes that's his posture, but only on my Ghana home. Now on my own say obi bia na ebeka say ye nim galamsey or momo ye galamsey no. We know them. They fund our political parties. We know them yenimomo. And sometimes yenya say ye chichichichi nkra no obi ono ede ye make no 50 cedis. And I'm just speaking make mo say what na area hoda. Omo ye make mo 100 cedis, ye make mo 20 cedis. Ya ko chichi omo na edi na ko 15 years, 20 years. On why then? Obi na de ne ko. Right? So we know them and we need to solve it because minua say ya solve a enye nna asemu. Ubetuma anya sika no apake good them 9 million 20 million but omano ba nso be no benom say yankra nso mfira mano nemra ana omane ma aduane be no mbedi opa pakiskan nyina gu ho aduane a obedi no say ho ye den a sika na useless ndi say wo say yensa ase edwen say bia wo pakiskan gu ho na oba de oba wanya bibia to oba kro nya aduane nto na mesaka yi sa abro ya say ya start bubu journalist yi ewo TV ni radio si da nyamia se Kessben de bia ma ha ba Kessben kro bi ba ha ye nyina etie macho men na etia
o bia ba
bia ba ha
ba
and last week mamba ba me catch Mr. Speaker there why you na otiha na onu let us see a watch through when you several of them
so onu so nya bi
and yan kan wase
that be so no
we to ha shahan ya kan wase
ora mayan titim come titim abi an ke be kan wase
and so ono e do maye how do they print ba
yeah e print ya wa titim wa but you see sometimes Mr. Speaker same way no Ghana ba I agree with them they've spoken right but I will say the basis of some of these things. Most of these political parties me call CPP me and me CPP no one thing I like about CPP was that every time Kabila and Co, I think I remember Henaku, I remember Comrade Kwasi Pratt, I remember Comrade Ekodankan. All these gentlemen, old men, no, continuously they were educating us on the principles of CPP, your ideology, what you should stand for in national discourse. Make I know this. Yade betina 1 week na Kwasi Pratt chire yade na Henaku chire yade na Kabila chire. That is the importance of political party. Our political parties in recent times do not even teach their members what they stand for. They don't teach them. Nipa no join politics na they want the team and say me MPP ni o say me nyeskadi 92.9 because ono ni obi na sha ase adekire nipa no ko do any MPP no was starting galamsey or galamsey concession
the ombo ye nyina na say we no e dombo buzia tradition send the history na wafa no wakan kakra NPP there property owning democracy but the details of it the dictates no on tiasie enti offer phrase ni say no ordinam NDC there socialist party no ordinam what socialism means on tiasie the probity and accountability no the bedrock of the philosophy of the party no on tiasie but not ordinam enti oyena die bia no argue in any public discourse or go contrary to what the party really stands for. I mean, that is the level your politics in the BBA baby.
Only my brother no only omo nyadwo but what's me pese me kase because me nipa bia CPP ntiti enti no da bia me pese be kase kwasibro nyi ni nyansa nse bibini But to bribia upe say oh I go contrary to the CPP training that a kamia say kwasi broni nyansa no. You see, I'm a beneficiary of FES, I think, and then a point of law also a beneficiary of FES. The Germans, FES is a Social Democrat Party of Germany. Omo training omo for on democracy and socialism no. Omo flew and say no, Africa for so crazy here, so they came to Ghana and trade us. Almost since 2004, and continuously they continue to train Ghanaians to understand democracy, including parliament. Adentina your parties no, and training your members to understand democracy and some of these things. Into your train crofan because you bet you
MPC for school be as I could say.
I Pito Tukono no officer so na director. Pito Tukono.
Olomo friends Socialist Institute.
NDC Ideological Center said Institute.
Inti I was saying training crofo to understand democracy. Ena minia no mo kodi say adwumadi. Minia mako say mo party. You see at that time that week I think the government was getting some good news. There was a good news in that week. Anambwa. There was a good news that week, no. No.
That week,
that week, not good news. Be as a government need be sir. Don't say okay. And yes, that week na a buy call lanche a Greek youth in a Greek or something. There was a good news that week. But omo sabi nyamrase mo mukodi ye no e wipe good news no anka aban ne benya nyina no e be negative news. Ntimi nuanom se wonum nsa anase wonum ufa nuboni bi na numoni no kanya okrase kojimi e wo studio bia dwe ho se enya wonko eye waban because ukojimi wo studio ha ye mo wudi o because nkrofo no ko obi animomo ba ye ni MPP oh mo ye MPP fo eno mo ye MPP sei waban na wo se no
okay
nti sabi enum nduboni enkojimi so ominia nti ye ntu omufo se sansem no omunyai because yeti hei me se metie radio na meti se de wo kana enya me de amidum no me TV me de wo kana enya de amemani gi ho a midum no sanso na so wo program mi na se program enkoye ma odum no. But I believe and think that the entire dodo ya ekoso is because of the lack of education on democracy and its elements in our Ghanaian political discourse. Yen chirem krofo hwe onu yakobe dwan ya sika kwa na mekopedi mekopega lamsi aye. Now lastly,
now see from
me man we see from no. Mr. Speaker, I think say the position of General Secretary of MPP no so change man the same. Kodia.
Oh, are they?
Oh no, no. It's so change. Oh. You see, in recent times the MPP has seen a lot of indiscipline. And this man we a command say mo bia nko kasa ebra butterfly efrim. O kan say mo bia nkasa na party be issue communicate. Wan kana no awie na wontumi abie na no.
So you blame one to me for that.
I should not. No, you see, if the position
so one to me as a regional chairman will not respect the directives of the general secretary, why do you then blame the general secretary?
So why would one to me not respect the directive of the general secretary? That's the question you must answer. Because one to me sees the general secretary as nobody. And Oyeria no sanction bianco one to me. So have you heard of any sanction? No speaker, have you heard of anything? No, what did be?
Kessben 92.
Omo free eko yes sebi. Send me to Maakye Jimmy Sam because Jimmy Sam ana eno me to Maakye. Oh, Mr. Speaker,
I feel that speaker dream.
Me
Jimmy Sam.
Maakye just a choice of words do I
mean. Oh, that be said. I don't know because
no, but you are aware.
These are senseless acts.
I mean,
okay, to me can say so. Okay,
for
8. Kino enya me kasa me egwani. Minu antu de chere me say obi okodi sa asem biare ka ne sen because enye nyansasem because ana ka ne sen
to aso the person ka ne.
Okay, so omo amokoye asem enye nyansasem e ho no
2.9 asidan
senka omo bu omo general secretary and omo respect the high office a omo nim say position no any man ne fata nko mo koye because they knew say ye koye kra na enkosi hwe and truly truth be told yansanshi no mo ya nyomo hwe nti say Justin Kodia o pese me ameti he me gitum se position no odi fata na oni position nyina e pa oma mrabinya adwuma party to keep some discipline in the party, because in recent times omo party no indiscipline ya adoso, and so want me and keep this discipline is likely to affect them in 2024. Minya citizen TI ono di anka or any Germano because of person domestication ba. Oh, so they should put their house in order so that Ghanaians will see them as maybe a bit credible, because they say they has a good news to be anywhere. And I say good news or a citizen good news or
I see from Bamenayam.
Inti Minya Justin Kodia, I think he needs to have his game. The position here,
but ma menko ahomane so na memfa o course no ebe na afe yemfa wadwenche no na yemfansi 0550922929 0552911929 your beautiful lines no at the amount na yemfa o course no. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, I'll pay you did this okay free. Abuko asem so da mentia.
Speaker. Galante who a party as another so big enough for party. This is the other certain original chairman. Regional chairman to me for start Galante concept the two I say one with Cabby. On no say Ghana as you know. So no to look for it. I got what for it. As creator, I got this. I say one you know. I better not attend the national the phone. One dimension, Nipo of Maakye. Yen Yanamo of the way. I don't know Maakye. They perform what in the way. Or she because of one I won't know. Or slow, but stop at the matter party. From what the brand of Rockade, the party has got, yes, I'm okay. And the about the idea, if I go to ask and call on the way, people go, Nakola, Kitty, I have how? We like them say, citizen, the other speaker, the other that's it.
But I see a book of Comlemle from 0550922929 0552911929 0550922929 0552911929 and no air numbers. The beautiful lines no my yemfa wadwenche no and to us.
We'll be imagine on some things being shown. But before I even come to that, Mr. Speaker, it's very difficult today. We were expecting that a communique was enough for the people who live along those areas to have moved. Noah Nabredo in the Bible. Noah offered to no nobody moved. Because how could they think Obi are what's now for 20 years? You people are sitting, Kessben baby away, you are close to the door.
Yeah.
Obi catch or there or china bubu bibi wa ebrino or before door num na show be year high na muntua. Will you anticipate that it will be at this level? So it is up to the experts there to have said that no, this is a national issue. It's going to be a serious issue. So at some point you need to have an emergency response system. Ghana, we have exposed our emergency systems. There are and we don't have, we are not prepared. Because the first thing is that you give a deadline. If people are not moving, you evacuate them, create a place. Now you don't even have a place for them. And it's so sad. If in Kofa we lose our livelihoods, Mr. Speaker, most of the people are what's one. Oh yeah, that crow na man when you TV, when you go to TV, no whatever.
Yeah.
Wako to mpa no whatever. Wako to radio no whatever. And within maybe some few hours, everything is gone, and you are sitting there and seeing your house. It's so underwater. Now if you can create a own show, and I'm like, we have a nonchalant attitude. I don't find we are not really talking about it. We are not really being so serious about it. That place is just about 2 hours away from Accra. Just 2 hours away from Accra. And Miss Mayayano, Masrana paid it. I'm not here back at the politics aspect, and I'm happy with some of the and I associate myself with most of the things McCarthy said. We shouldn't reduce this to NDC and MPP. In Canapaya Bay, a Tifa World Tia Shofa Warrior Shaheno, Kakrobia, one fan sending Mr. Speaker. Now, Mr. Speaker, on creates a fund to support people who who are in this situation. Neka Kra said are terrible, so do surubu, sapano nedribo, tea nedribo, miro nedribo. Yena Yanfanko boy and more na more quadono is sad.
Very well, ma yen sorry so na yen I say just 30 seconds that yen time no aso. That yen sorry.
30 seconds there my main kind of say yeah kodi esika ewo police headquarters. Yeah, esika go car men's good.
Okay.
And Appiah men's I say washasi otua from 9 year 20 up to 4:30 into sika no what follow process and the young go. They be share on.
All right. Thank you. Joe comes up next with Medford Action on TV, on radio, and online. We need to Kwame Appiah Kubi, Mr. Speaker. Thanks to you so much for staying through with us from Monday up until now. Happy weekend to you. I don't do me any ajuada. Good morning. Happy weekend. We are out.
Waduman kuma ba bi ebo nipa bata nipa ho obi ada na nyonko yesu ansu ande yirasio obi a woni dwuma odidi